Plaintiff Marcus Simmons is suing his neighbor for an unpaid loan and damaged property. Marcus says the defendant was such a nuisance that Marcus had to put up a do not disturb sign on his door to keep him away.
Cue the defendant.
Defendant Jeffrey Coster admits he had a lot of time on his hands because he has not been able to get a job since serving in Iraq.
All right, the plaintiff is suing his neighbor for an unpaid loan and the value of property. Marcus, state your case.
The defendant and I, we met in the summer of '08, and right away, this guy just starts making noise because he moved across the street from me. And right away, he starts making noise, becoming a nuisance, you know, got traffic in and out all the time, just disturbing my peace.
That's not true.
What kind of noise? What kind
just
of noise?
all types of, you know, he'd be outside playing the guitar all loud, like everybody in the apartment complex want to hear him at 4 or 5 in the morning. Don't nobody want to hear that?
You play at 4 or 5 in the morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
In an apartment complex?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right across the street from me.
Why?
Because he ain't got nothing else better to do.
Well, how about sleeping?
It was the weekend and everybody was out. And
At 4 in the morning? I bet a lot of people were sleeping.
I was playing music. I was up.
Okay. We're going in circles here, but okay. All right, go ahead.
Now, Your Honor, I've met a lot of sorry people in my life, but this guy, by far, is the sorriest individual I've ever met in my life.
Why?
He's extremely needy, always asking for things, always coming over, wanting to borrow things.
No.
Yeah, you are. He's always wanting things.
So put a sign on your door.
That's what I did. I put a do not
Jeffrey.
disturb sign on my door.
You did in the
yes.
apartment?
You know, he interrupts my life constantly. You know, there'd be times I'd have a lady over, you know, and finally get her in the mood, you know, to try to get busy.
No, here we go.
And then, you know.
Well, you can get her in the mood. He can sit outside the window, play the guitar.
Yeah, but you know, I mean.
You know, you could use them.
But you know, it'd be about ready to go down, and then as soon as it's about to go down, it's him knocking at my door, and you know, the thing that's annoying about it is he wouldn't want anything important. You know, I answer the door, Jeff, what do you want? Can I get an apple? Hey, Marcus, can I get some bottled water? Hey, Marcus, can I use your computer?
Your Honor, that's not true.
Let me ask you a question. When did you meet him?
I met him in the summer of last year.
But you just became fast friends?
Well, he introduced himself to me, and you know, he told me his story about how he went to Iraq and how he fought in the army and got
You were in Iraq?
Yes, Your Honor.
You served there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, thank you from everybody in this courtroom. Absolutely. Sure it wasn't easy.
No, Your Honor. It wasn't.
Go ahead.
So it got so bad with this guy.
Why is it getting bad? You become fast friends.
Yeah, I mean, I respected him right away when he told me his story.
Just as I did, and just as everyone did.
Just as and you know, I mean, that story, he kind of got me. I'm like, okay, you know, that's cool. You fight in Iraq. We became friends. But then, you know, he started to get comfortable with me.
Are you living alone? Okay,
Yes,
so you come back from Iraq and you end up living in the apartment building where Marcus lives.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
live alone? Do you live alone?
Yeah. Yes,
Sometimes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So he knocks on your door now and then because he wants to be your friend.
It's not now and then, Your Honor. All
Okay.
the time.
Yes,
for
it is.
everything.
Are you working, Jeffrey?
No, Your Honor.
You looking for a job?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't get one.
No, Your Honor.
Oh, that's sad. Are you on his floor?
Well, no, it's not like that. It's just like apartments next to each other, and he lives across the street.
Oh, I
right
see.
across, so he can see. You know, he would see when I pull up. As soon as I pull up.
Oh, boy.
See, honest to God, as soon as I pull up, he's walking up. Hey, Marcus, you know? No, man, I don't feel like being bothered today.
Okay.
You know, I want to take a nap.
Jeffrey, why can't you get a job? You disabled?
Yes.
What happened?
I was in a collision over in Iraq. I was in a convoy in downtown Baghdad, and the truck in front of me was hit. It was my second tour in Iraq. It was hit, and the back of my truck we ended up crushing into it, and it crumpled up our truck, and it ended up fracturing my neck and my lower back, and also had subdural hematoma on my brain from it, and I was care flighted to Germany, and later they found a UPJ obstruction in my kidney over, and I had to get 7 surgeries on my kidney.
7 surgeries on your kidney?
Yes, Your Honor. And then I was flown back to where I was stationed in the United States to heal.
Wow, how long did that take from when it happened?
Over 7 to 8 months to heal over that period of time.
Wow. Were you on pain medication?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you addicted to pain medication?
I was, but I've had help for that, Your Honor.
You went to rehab?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long were you in rehab?
32 days, Your Honor.
You still addicted?
No, Your Honor.
Sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I'll get you help if you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm good, Your Honor.
Happy to help you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have any family, Jeffrey?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where are they?
They're in Ohio.
Okay, but you're living where?
I'm living in Ohio.
Okay, but you're living alone.
Yes, Your Honor. We live in the same city, and my family does come by and help me out and take me places because I do not have a vehicle.
So you're not working. Is the VA helping you in any way to get a job?
No, I've been fighting with them for my disability since I've been out. The Army is supposed to help me get the disability before I even get out of the service, and I had a claim form sent in, and I have not received anything. They've ordered me to go to appointments. I've been to all of my appointments, and I still haven't received any word on any compensation for my disability.
How could you not be getting compensation? You were injured in Iraq.
Yes, ma'am, and I was also I'm medically retired from the Army, and I receive a medical retirement for disability. But the VA, the claim form or my claim has not been processed or been gone through in the VA yet. It's been over almost 2 years now.
You know what? I'm going to do everything I can to help you with that. If you were entitled to money, you should be getting that money. All right? And I'm going to do that for you. All right? But that's separate and apart from what's going on here. But, you know, it's very disturbing that people who work in the armed forces and, in fact, get injured and then have 7 surgeries, come back, and then can't get a job. Aside from your situation, I mean, that is unconscionable. It's unacceptable. And if there is some bureaucratic problem, we're going to help you get through it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Now, what are you You're welcome. What are you suing for? He's bothering you.
Yeah, he bothers me. But,
you don't. Well,
No,
he's a
Your
nice
Honor.
guy. I mean,
I'm not taking that away from him. He's just annoying, you know? It's like nails on a chalkboard. Yeah, he's not. I'm not going to sit here and say he's mean. You know, he's a good guy. He's just annoying, you know?
He sounds like Kramer in Seinfeld.
Just without the hair, Your Honor.
Yeah, without the hair.
Yeah.
All right. What are you suing him for?
Okay, well, October of last year, I got fired from my job.
Why?
Over some bull crap. It was bull, and they had to settle with me. And I got the settlement February of this year, and he found out about it, and then dollar signs goes off in his head. So, you know, he gives me a story about why he needs to borrow some money, and at first I told him, no, because I don't like loaning people my money. And then, you know, I feel bad for him, so I loaned him $3,500.
You did?
Yeah. I loaned him
What'd you do? You asked him for $3,500?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Why? Why did you need $3,500?
At the time, I didn't have no money coming in because I wasn't able to get a job because of the disability, and I had bills that were stacked up. I was about to get evicted out of my apartment complex. I had child support back.
But you're retired because of an injury. You do get full benefits.
Yes, Your Honor. I get like health care. I have health care through them.
But you're not getting any retirement. You've been discharged. You've been honorably discharged.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much are you getting a month?
Close to almost not even $1,000 a month.
That's it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead. So you borrowed $3,500 from him. For what?
To pay off all, 3 months of rent, to pay off back pay and child support that I owed and rearages, and to pay off as for like groceries, for food,
living,
everything. Because I didn't have, honestly, I had no money, Your Honor.
What about your family?
My family helped me out as much as they could, but
Why
my
can't you
family's
get
struggling
a job
too.
with McDonald's or anywhere?
I had 2 interviews, one for McDonald's and one for Taco Bell, and they said I was too high risk with my disability to work for them.
What? But your disability meaning your neck injury?
And my brain injury, my subdural hematoma, because I had a stroke.
Yeah, well, people have subdurals and they go down. As long as you didn't die from it, it's over. The subdural hematoma is a swelling, all right, under the skull and over the brain.
They said it was too high risk, and they didn't want nothing to do with me, Your Honor.
Get a letter from the doctor that does it. What'd you do, come in with your medical records?
No.
Go to McDonald's and just apply for a job. You don't have to tell them.
I didn't want to lie, Your Honor.
They don't ask you about your medical history. They ask if you can flip a burger. All right, go ahead. You give him $3,500.
Yeah, I gave him $3,500 because, you know, I felt bad for him.
Do you have evidence that you did?
Yes.
And you agree you took $3,500?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's more because he damaged property of mine. And I have statements from a mutual friend of ours about how he borrows money, never wants to pay it back. He uses the whole little Iraq thing to get over on people, too. You know?
That's not true, Your Honor.
He uses the whole little injury to get over on people.
Did you borrow money from someone else and not pay them back?
No, I paid them back, Your Honor.
What are you talking about? What am I looking at here?
That statement right there is a mutual friend of ours who we borrowed money from, and
it just took me a little while to pay it back, Your Honor.
At the beginning of August, I inquired about my money. He told me he had a $20,000 check coming from the government. At this point, I stopped believing anything Jeff had to say. To this day, I still have not received any money, and Jeff has not received any of the checks.
Jeff doesn't like paying in for anything.
What's going on, Jeff?
I did pay off the money. I have no proof of me paying him.
Paying who? This guy or
Eric
him?
Bess. And
Eric
I've also
Bess?
paid him.
He hasn't paid me anything, Your Honor.
Yes, I have,
It's a
Your
lie.
Honor.
Prove it.
I don't have the proof. I don't have any receipts,
You knew
Your
you were
Honor.
coming to court today, Jeff.
I know, Your Honor.
Look, you're a military guy. You get it. It's all about the facts, the evidence. You understand it better than anyone.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, how much does he owe you?
He owes me $4,500.
Why 45? I thought it was 35.
No, it's 45 because he damaged my PlayStation and my girl.
Your PlayStation?
Yeah, he damaged my play. He broke it. I don't know what he did to it. He asked to borrow it once when I was going.
Did you break his PlayStation? Yeah,
Yes.
you did.
Yeah,
I
he
could
broke
tell.
my PlayStation.
Okay. How much is a PlayStation worth?
$400. That's how much I spent for it.
Okay, but 35 and 4 is 39.
Yeah, and then I had got a Clarion, was a DVD/CD player for my car. My girlfriend got it for me for, she signed a statement too. I had got it
Talk
for.
to me. Just talk to me.
It was a Valentine's Day gift, and she got it for me. I asked him to install it for me because he says he's a certified mechanic, and I was gonna pay him for it, but he broke that too.
Is that how you get to 45?
He actually owes me more than 45. I'm trying to help him out. He owes me
Stop
way.
trying to help people out, and you won't have to go to court. Now, why should you not pay him?
Marcus is a very immature college kid.
Here we
He's
go.
got 3 different kids by 3 different girls.
Your Honor, for the record, I take care of all 3 of my children, and my kids want to be around me. His kid don't even want to be around
How
him.
old is your child, Jeffrey?
He will be 6 in November, Your Honor.
I can tell you why, too.
I'm afraid to ask.
Because he's always trying to borrow money from his kid.
Oh,
Look, you got 3 kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Keep your money and give it to your kids, okay? You shouldn't be giving money away, you know? And I'm sure you were very touched by his story. His story is unbelievable, all right? Now, I think what you've got to understand is you've been through a traumatic situation. I'm going to do everything I can to help you get whatever benefits you should be getting. But I think that you've got to try to recognize that you can't be borrowing from people because somebody's going to get angry with you.
Yes,
all right?
Your
We're
Honor.
talking about a lot of money here. All right, a lot of money over there and a lot of money here. The issue of whether you are responsible for property damage and breach of contract, I don't think there's any question. The plaintiff has proven his damages. You know, we are very cognizant of your situation, but at the same time, you do owe him the money. Verdict for the plaintiff. So good luck to you.
I still want to be his friend. I still want to have a friendship with him. He's a good guy, and he did help me in my time of need. And I would still like to remain friends, and I'd like to keep the relationship going.
As long as he just keeps it real and don't be trying to get over on me or nothing like that no more, I mean, we'll be cool.